I keep getting these conflicting messages in this track about what's positive and what's negative. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc, I'm a music composer for games, and today we're gonna listen to and talk about another Undertale track because you guys have been liking that so much, and this time it's Heartache, and apparently you guys told me that this track has something to do with the Asgore track that we heard previously. I'm guessing it maybe has some shared melodies or something like that. So yeah, let's go. Oh, already I recognize the... Yeah, this melody. This rhythm is very interesting. Oh, again. So much emotion in these melodies. So, in case you didn't notice yet, this melody here right at the beginning is the same melody from the Asgore theme that we heard previously. So yeah, I can totally tell why you guys told me to hear this, because obviously there's some connection. So it's this melody here. And I still, you know, I haven't played the game. I still haven't played the game, so I still don't know exactly what it means. In the previous video, I said something about the repetitiveness and the insistence of it feeling to me a little bit like perseverance. And when I said that, a bunch of you guys went crazy for some reason. So I guess it's a good guess. Maybe I'm close. But what I actually wanted to say about this is that even though it's the same melody, the rhythm here is different. Check this out. Let's go back to Asgore theme just for a minute. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4-beat measure, right? Now back to Heartache. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's a 3-beat measure, even though it's the same melody. He transformed he modified the melody slightly to fit it into a 3-beat measure. And I think I even said that in the first Undertale video that I made. What does that mean, the 3-beat measure? It's not always the case, but mostly, generally, a 3-beat measure tends to sound a little bit more positive. It sounds a little bit more dancey. So this, even though it's the same melody, and, you know, added to the fact that this sounds very emotional, and the name of the track as well, Heartache, it sounds it's kind of a negative name, right? A name that evokes negative emotions, Heartache. So the negative connotation of the name of the track, plus all the melancholy that I'm hearing here in these harmonies, which I'm gonna show you in a second, plus the slightly more positive 3-beat measure, gives to me a sensation of bitter sweetness. You know, it's sadness with a little hint of hopefulness. The drums in this are so cool. I love this part. Hold up. So amazing harmony, very, very emotional. And this sequence here, the first 3 chords, this exact sequence was also present in the Asgore theme. It was the sequence towards the end of the video that I said sounded a little bit heroic. There was a hint of heroism there in a context of, you know, a little bit of sadness. It was a quiet part. So it appears again here, again on a context of sadness and melancholy, because the next chords that play are these. So very, very interesting harmony, very emotional, but the star of this whole sequence is this chord here. Very interesting chord, very disturbing and unpleasant. And the interesting thing about this chord is that at first glance, it sounds like a chord, because it sounds so similar. You can pretty much get away with it, but I was noticing something strange, that there was some nuance to this chord missing, and I listened to it very closely, and there was a note missing. See if you can hear. I'm gonna show you the note. See if you can identify it in the song here. It's very, very quiet. Toby, I feel like, was being very, very subtle with this note. See if you can hear it here. So the note is this one. It's very, very quiet on the left speaker. Can you hear it? Right here. Can you hear it? And I don't blame you if you can hear it. It's very, very low. But who cares? Who cares about this one single note? It's a very important note, because if you add it to this chord that I initially thought was a chord, it becomes a very, very disturbing chord, very unpleasant chord. And I wonder if there's any meaning to this. It's kind of a sneaky, disguised, disturbing chord, because this note is so subtle that you can almost not notice that it's a very disturbing chord. I wonder if there's any meaning to this in relation to the story. Oh, nice little... He's doing something very interesting here. Check this out. This is interesting. This is still the melody, you know, that same melody from the beginning of the track and the same melody from the Asgore theme. This melody here. Don't you notice something different about it though? I'm gonna show you. So this is the melody at the beginning of the track. Sounds like this. Now at the middle of the track. Beginning, middle. Sounds slightly different, right? I'm gonna show you what it is. So the original melody, which is this one, right? This melody was done on a certain scale. And what is a scale for the people that don't know theory? Scale is basically, explaining it very simply, is a group of notes. And of course, as you know, guys, when I explain this kind of stuff here in the channel, it's there's always more to it than that. This is just an oversimplification, but I like to simplify things for the people that don't know theory. So a scale is a group of notes. There are many different groups of notes that do different things. And with this melody here, he's using a sad scale. That's why this melody has this rich, melancholic kind of sensation to it, which sounds very nice. But what he did here in the middle of the song with this new version of the melody, he replaced that sad group of notes with a happy group of notes. So it's the same melody, but now, since he's using a different group of notes, the notes available to him are slightly different they are slightly altered to make the group of notes as a whole a happy group of notes. So as a result, it's a melody that was previously had that melancholic tone to it. Now it sounds a little bit more positive and playful. So I bet this means something in the story of the game. It's a melody that was previously sad and now it's a bit more playful. And again, I keep getting these conflicting messages in this track about what's positive and what's negative, what's happy or sad. There's a lot of conflicting elements. The name of the track, like I said, is negative, but the 3-beat measure sounds very playful and kind of childish. So I'm starting to get a vibe from this track of some kind of irony. When you act happy in a context that is sad, it doesn't sound happy, it sounds like irony. So I'm getting a sense of some kind of irony and resignation in this. That's very interesting. And it's still... It seems like it's alternating between the happy group of notes and the sad group of notes. That's very interesting. Oh. This part's so good, man. So emotional. Oh, again? It's over. We have done enough videos on Undertale that we now have a tiny little playlist going on here. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. And over here I'm gonna put my playlist on the videos I've done on Hollow Knight music if you haven't checked that out yet. So remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I will see you there.